The joy of living. The tavern sits perched above a Norwegian fjord, morning mist drifting along cliffs, waves crashing against jagged rocks, and the faint shimmer of the northern lights linger in the sky. Welcome to the tavern, my friend. Perched above these fjords, it feels like the edge of the world, but also like the beginning of everything. Life can sometimes feel heavy, too heavy for words, too heavy for hope. And yet, there are moments when the weight falls away and you remember something simple. The joy of living isn't something you find, it's something that you feel. Moon Petal Whisper Brew is the tea of choice for today, if you like warmth for your truths. And of course, we have Fjord Fire Ale, a golden beer brewed from the fjord barley and northern pine, if you prefer warmth in your laughter. Tonight, we explore that warmth, the kind that doesn't just fill your cup, it fills your chest. Act 1. The Traveler Who Forgot to Smile. The door creaks. Salt air and mist follow a new visitor into the tavern. He is young-ish, with eyes heavy from worry, hands curled around the empty space where laughter should be. He doesn't look unhappy. He looks unfinished. He sits near the window, overlooking the fjord. Mist dances on the water. I slide a mug of Fjord Fire Ale across to him, golden liquid with a faint sparkle, almost as if it contains the sun itself. Drink, I say, not because you need courage, but because sometimes courage begins in the body, in warmth, in taste, in laughter you forgot you could have. He sips, the golden foam brushes his lips, he nearly laughs, but he stops himself. Most people think joy is loud, fireworks, grand victories, applause, but joy, true joy, is quiet, patient, and often starts in the belly, or in a glance, or a sip of something golden and magical. He glances at the fjord, a gull cries, the waves shine under the faint northern lights. Tonight we will teach him to notice it again. Act 2. Lessons in Small Joys. Hours pass. Lanterns flicker. The wind presses gently against the windows. The traveler talks little. The ale sits before him, glowing softly in the low light. We begin with small things, the sound of waves, the warmth of a mug, the taste of ale so rich it reminds you of the sun on barley fields far below. I ask him, what makes you forget the joy of living? He shrugs. Routine, responsibility, fear of disappointment. Ah, that fear. It hides like the mist in the fjord. You can see it sometimes, but mostly it drifts unnoticed, filling the spaces between moments. Take a sip of the ale, I tell him. Let it remind you that life can be lighter than it feels, even if only for a breath. He laughs quietly, almost involuntarily. Not a full laugh, but a flicker. And that flicker is the beginning. We step outside. Fog curls along the cliffs. I hand him a steaming cup of moon petal whisper brew. Drink slowly, I say. Let the world taste you for a moment. Notice the wind, the fjord, the light, the quiet that isn't empty, it's full. He breathes, he smiles, not big, not showy, just present. Act 3. The Dance of Living. Night falls. Lanterns glow like stars in the tavern. Northern lights shimmer faintly across the fjord sky. The traveler stands at the edge, looking out, holding both the silver tea and the golden ale. Joy is not something you capture. It is something you allow yourself to notice. Sometimes it arrives in a mug of beer, sometimes in the quiet silver of a tea that knows your truth, sometimes in the waves crashing below, reminding you the world is alive, and so are you. I forgot this feeling, he says softly. I thought joy was for other people. I smile. No, my friend, it has always been yours. You only had to let yourself taste it again. He lifts the ale to his lips, then the tea. The northern lights dance across his eyes. The wind carries his laughter along the fjord. Not loud, not grand, but true. And that is how it begins. Not with fireworks, not with applause, but with noticing a single moment of warmth, letting it grow, letting it ripple, letting yourself live. The tavern hums quietly behind him. Lanterns flicker, moon petal whisper brew, and fjord fire ale sit side by side, reminding us all joy is simple, patient, alive. So, my friend, pour yourself a drink, step outside, breathe, taste, notice, and remember life is not about finding joy, it's about allowing yourself to feel it. Thank you for watching the videos, my friends. This one in particular because it's the outro, of course, but all of the others that you have watched, I truly appreciate your support, and it's been a true joy running a fictional tavern on YouTube. But the entire experience itself has made me very happy, and it has made me appreciate the small things in life because that's what I think it's all about. It's finding the little things that give you joy. Until next we meet, my friends, I will have a warm cup of tea or a cold beverage, whatever you prefer, waiting for you. The tavern doors are always open. Take care and be well.